and say, where is our role? Where are we in that trajectory? Let's push forward to the end. Abortion has to be made illegal in law, unthinkable in culture. And that's the goal. That's what we work towards.
Yeah.
So I just want to encourage you, whatever you've got, leave it before the Lord. He's going to show us, right? He's going to show each and every one of us how to say yes, how to respond to his grace in just the right way that he's calling us to. But we've got to sincerely lay it out and get as many men as you can and meet us in Baltimore November 15th, because part of the vision of this Men's March, what we are trying to do is to say, look, we're willing to try to sincerely say, and again, not with perfection, but with the best we can, we're willing to try to say, this is the influence I have. I'm going to show up. I'm going to make my presence known. We're going to proclaim the message, right? And we're going to point it towards encouraging those that are sitting in places that have much greater influence than us in terms of the offices they hold. That's why we pick here today, because there's someone who calls themselves a Catholic and sits in the executive office here, the highest secular office of the land, says he's a Catholic, and he's pushing for taxpayer-funded abortion on demand, right? So we come here and we say, look, we take the lead, Joe, all right? It's time to repent in the face of the mass murder that is going on every day. It's time to repent. It's time to take responsibility, and it's time to make a new commitment to use the influences and the influence and resources that you have to get to the end of it. It's up to him whether he wants to hear that and respond to that with a yes, but that is the message we're putting before him, loud and clear. You ought to say yes to that proposal, Joe. Your eternity depends on it. You ought to say yes to that proposal. Fight for the end of abortion with all that you have from the office that you're in right now. It's time for your conversion authentically, Joe Biden. Be a devout Catholic as you claim to be and repent publicly, and then turn your sights towards the end of abortion. Joe, we're saying this out of love. You can do it.
Amen.
So we'll bring a similar encouraging message to our bishops on November 15th, right? And so there's a lot we could talk about that. We'll save that. But we'll say, look, we want to encourage them. Make the full use of the influences and resources that they have to push for the end of abortion. We've got to look at the truth in the eye, what this reality really is, face the magnitude of it, and say, with that magnitude of this evil, our response has to reach a proportional magnitude. All right? We can't just say, I'm doing enough, or I'm pro-life, and that's enough. Right? I'm going to the March for Life once a year. As good as all these things can be, we've got to do more. We've got to match the magnitude of the evil with the magnitude of our willingness to respond with all that we've got. All right? And this is a great magnitude, so it's going to take a great response. So that's our message. We want to bring it November 15th in Baltimore to our bishops. To God be the glory. This is all by God's grace. May we all continue to humble ourselves, be grateful to the good Lord in all that he's pouring out for us every day. He loves us infinitely. That is why we are here, in his infinite love, to stand for our brothers and sisters being murdered, because they are lovable, because we are lovable, because God has made us lovable. And we've got to stand up for one another when our rights are being torn apart, when their literal bodies are being torn apart. They're being stripped of their very right to life. So we've got to respond in love. So again, humility, gratitude, and faithfulness. Thank you for being here. God bless each and every one of you.
Nice work, Wayne. I knew he would.